Húdú na Geamairean, na híre na Geamairean, gach fed ha giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór chúise. Húdú na Geamairean. Tamil teach a chúiséad fad, cuairstes an áte mín an tachra gas a chráchar, go tuc mí bhar a chotaí. Húdú na Geamairean, na híre na Geamairean, gach fed a giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór a chúise. Húdú na Geamairean. Mocha hachif miru, gonna fad this cú, ige gainike go bracoium, roskilum rochkisha. Húdú na Geamairean, híre na Geamairean, gach fed a giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór a chúise. Húdú na Geamairean. With me go húsarish, Chanel dad sa chruach an you fear sa town na lua hig mongur lagan na trich. Húdú na Geamairean, na híre na Geamairean, gach fed a giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór a chúise. Húdú na Geamairean. Go chúsad mí, caich a beg sa huair a hawn, chaich lawn am fuad, ach gur trúig na chan sibh savach. Húdú na Geamairean, na híre na Geamairean, feher a giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór a chúise. Húdú na Geamairean, na híre na Geamairean, gach feher a giúlan glonne gút, gan anig sin a bhór chúise. Húdú na Geamairean. that's going to roll away. Yeah. Well, Cael tradition and dúin a bheith sin, má gúid stocha go bhfuil sé bheolach in seanach go le lenis. Fiag a firach, brech a líne madja calle, merlia a snach de gav na Gael, riamh nade. That's quite a well-known Gaelic proverb connected to that song. Well, you know, yeah. A deer from the moorland, a trout from the stream, and a staff from the forest, three thefts that the Gael was never ashamed of. And that's the idea that the bounty of the countryside, this plentiful landscape, that they should have total access to that they shouldn't be ashamed for making the most of that. But at the time that song was composed, and whoever composed it was not particularly apologetic about expressing his opinion about how the land had been increasingly turned over, not just for the grazing of sheep here, but also it was being opened up for sporting estates. Local people had less access to the land, and the gamekeepers and the Geamairean were coming in. So that's about an interaction about going up. He says if he was to meet a gamekeeper on the crach, that he would give him a good kick. You can I guess give a glonniach that they would have their spyglass, and in this interaction, the gamekeeper, he says, "Can you tell me where I might find a rook, a rochish rook?" And the guy tells him to go to the midden. So we're saying today that that's one of our favourites, because it's the more controversial one, and you know, as you were saying, collected by Alexander MacDonald, so he wasn't sort of shying away from the more controversial ones. Quite nice, yeah.
It's really nice, because you hear his voice. It was written about 1840, when part of Glenmoriston was handed over to the sporting estate, so you can hear in his words his dislike and his anger at it, and he's going, you're coming in with your fancy clothes and your boots and your thin dogs and your spyglass. If I met you in the crach, I'd be the one with the spyglass. So it's got a good edge to it, which is lovely. Because that kind of song was not collected by the gentleman collectors. That would have been too controversial. But Alexander MacDonald, good on him, he collected all the songs. So.
Yeah, it breaks a notion that that Gaelic songs are uncomplicated or passive or romantic. It's like some of them can speak with some fire to it. So that's why we put it to that stompy tune.